Welcome everyone back to another Dragon Ball Super Card Game video. My name is D-Free. Here today we will be taking a look at the Set 6 red cards. I'm going to go ahead and go over them, give you guys my thoughts about them and all of that stuff. Hope you guys enjoy, of course. Hit that subscribe if you do happen to be new to the channel. And we are going to go from here and just get into it. So, red cards in Set 6 are apparently centered around the movie, which is dope. So hope you guys did enjoy the movie as well. Let's take a look at a few red cards from Series 6. Red in Series 6 is mostly focused on Gogeta and Frieza's army. Build your perfect new movie deck. No space here, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's intentional. Anyways, SSB Gogeta, Fusion Perfected. We have a brand new Gogeta leader, a Frieza leader, and a bunch of Gogeta support, including just regular Vetku here, but I'm going to guess that fat Vetku is in here as well. So we also do have these couple of counter cards, well, a counter card and a activate main card as well. Let's go ahead and check out the list, though. Again, Set 6 does come out, I believe, in March. So this is the upcoming set. There is a set that is coming out tomorrow, Clash of Fates, which is the one advertised at the top. That is not this set. So anyways, here we go. Son Goku and Vegeta. On the front side, choose one red Son Goku or Vegeta BR. By the way, they have to be BR, which is the brand new ones from the Broly movie. Card from your hand and place it in your drop. Draw 2 cards and choose up to 1 card in your life and add it to your hand. That is a very good leader skill, in my opinion. I'm guessing that there's got to be some reason why they go to the drop, though. Maybe there's some integration from the drop. We'll see. That'd be busted if there is some sort of union fusion from the drop or something. Anyways, drawing 2 and pulling a card, that's from your life, that's good. That's just too good. And then when you flip, you draw a card in Awaken 1 energy. This card generates a lot of hand advantage. When he attacks, you draw 1 card, choose 1 red card from your hand and place it in the drop, which shouldn't be a problem with the front side, right? With all the drawing you do. If there are 2 or more red Son Goku cards or 2 or more red Vegeta cards in your drop area and it's your turn, your opponent can't activate counter skills with energy cost 2 or more for the duration of the turn. 2 or more. Boo. Boo. I was reading this. I'm like, wait, this is sounding OP. 2 or more, There are negates, but I mean, like, whatever. With an energy cost 2 or more for the duration of the turn. But the good news is he still gets 5k and double strike for the turn. So if they're trying to use a more expensive counter, which I'm sure this set will probably introduce, they can't really do it. Or if they're trying to use some older ones, that's fine. But nonetheless, double strike and plus 5k. Pretty good. The front side seems better to me, though, but it's kind of more or less they feed into one another. So we have a brand new Frieza leader. As you see, you can't include battle cards with energy cost of 3 or less in your deck. Wow. Most of the time with these types of permanents on these leaders, they restrict it to the amount, like higher number. Like you can't have 6 or more, things like that. Not 3 or less. He's got to have something that allows him to be good in those first few turns. First couple of turns, he's just dead. So we'll see what happens. Once per turn, look at the top 5 cards from your deck. Choose up to 1 red extra card. He's fishing for a negate. Okay. He's fishing for a negate. Add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. When he awakens, he draws 2 instead of the untap. Don't know how I feel about that, but we'll see. Golden Frieza. Once per turn, you draw a card. Oh, that's an activate main. It's not a swing ability. When this card is attacked by a battle card, you may choose 1 red Frieza's army card from your hand and place it in the drop. So he fishes for an extra card here, but then needs a Frieza army card. And unless the extra card has the Frieza army on it, then they just don't really work the same way. Maybe the extra card fishes out Frieza army. Still feels like too much work, though. Ditch 1 from your hand and place it in your drop. You do negate the attack and the skill for the duration of the turn. Oh, for the turn is good. The turn is good. I'd have to see his negates, though, but he still seems kind of dead for the first couple of turns on the front side. But you do get to... Well, okay, so on the front side, he fishes out a negate, and then he becomes a negate. Interesting. That's not bad. It's not bad, but... See, I don't really know if it warrants this. Maybe there are specific cards that are better in that leader, because I just don't feel like you should run a leader like this. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Harmonic Energy, SSB Son Goku. Sparking 3, when you play this card from your hand, look it up to the top 7 cards from your deck. Choose up to 1 red Vegeta BR card among them and play it in rest mode, then shuffle your deck. Oh, okay. So, he's like that Hero Pack Goku, the blue one that came out forever ago, in between, I believe, sets 2 and 3. So when you play this, man, if you have Sparking 3, look at the top 7 cards, choose up to 1 red Vegeta, and play it in rest mode, then shuffle your deck. And there's no cost requirement on the Vegeta. That's important to note. But it does have to be red. Once per turn, this card gets 10,000 power and can attack battle cards inactive for the duration of the turn. Wow. Turn 3, 20k, swing active card. Pretty good. Pretty good. At the end of your turn, return this card to your hand. So, like, there are cards like this that return back to your hand. I don't know how I like the higher cost ones, but it's not a big deal with him because when you play him again, you just do the same thing over and over again. You do all this all over again. This is a very good card. This is a very, very good card, especially because, for one, he does this. So you don't even need to do the second part because you play the card, you play this Goku, then you play a Vegeta for free, then you can Union. So, like, stuff like that. Now, the Goku will return back to your hand, so it's kind of weird with the energy cost for Union, technically. So we'll have to see how that breaks down, but still pretty good card. Sparking 2 with a SSG Son Goku. When you play this card, look at the top 5 cards from your deck. Choose the one Gogeta BR card or a red Vegeta BR card among them and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. Then if you added a card to your hand, choose one card from your hand to place it in the drop. Ah, okay. So I was like, this is pretty interesting. Turn 2 card that lets you fish out one of your primary pieces. So you're forced to put a card in the drop, which is not necessarily bad if you're running this later. So we'll see what happens. Once per turn, this card gains 5,000 for the duration of the turn, so 15k. But he doesn't hold it on the opposing turn, which is why it's a once per turn instead of just printed on the card. At the end of your turn, return this card to your hand. Okay. Oh, wait, you know what? I was just thinking about here. It doesn't really get wonky with the energy cost if they kind of flute themselves back to your hand. And actually, what I was thinking about here with them playing cards is kind of weird because the fluting back to your hand thing is good, but it's also kind of weird. Unless the Vegetas do it too anyway. But what I was doing was I was getting Union Potara confused with Union Fusion. So Union Fusion, of course, is from the hand. So forgive me. I was speaking about it from the terms of being in play, which would be Union Potara. Which in the future, who knows if they drop a Union unit that can, or card that can utilize these cards. I don't know. Anyways, coming over here. One drop Son Goku prepping for Fusion. When you play this card, look at the top 3 cards in your deck. Choose up to one Veku card or red Vegeta. Okay, so it can be any Veku BR. So I'm guessing there's not going to be a red one. Card or red Vegeta BR card among them and add it to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Then at the end of the turn, return this card to its hand. So they all flute themselves back. Okay, gotcha. There's a Goten super combo. When you combo this card, if your leader card is red and your life is 4 or less, draw 1 card. Okay, so no sparking requirement, just the generic one. But he does have the 10k built in, so it's not bad. I'd still probably just rather run the sparking one, though. That's just me. Anyways, down here we go Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Switch this card to rest mode. Look at the top 7 cards in your deck. Choose with one red Goku among them and play it. Then shuffle it. Oh, okay. So, once per turn, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and it gets minus 10,000. Wow, that's actually really good. Then at the end of the turn, return this card to its owner's hand. So, for one, this is a nasty ability. And then they flute each other back, or at least flute themselves back. So you really want to play the Vegeta first. If you can play the blue Gogeta first, you switch into rest mode, meaning you don't get the opportunity to attack. And then you look at the top 7 cards in your deck. If you can pull that Goku, the blue Goku here, you'd be able to play him. And then his sparking would auto-activate. You'd be able to play another Vegeta in rest mode. And all those cards will go back to your hand at the end of the turn. Wow, okay. Hopefully I'm reading that correctly, but that's an interesting combo. So it makes more sense why they go back to your hand. Like I said, after I realized I was kind of mistaking the unions, it makes a lot more sense. Turn 2 SSG Vegeta, like there was a Goku. Sparking 2, when you play this card, look it up the top 5 cards in your deck. Choose up to one Gogeta BR or red Son Goku BR card among them and add it to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Then if you added a card to your hand, choose one card from your hand and place it in the drop. So same thing, just Goku variant. Choose with one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and it gets minus 5k. The Vegetas are really good. Because, like, this one's a Crisis Crusher killer. You don't need to run things like M2. You could if you want to for more bonuses. But, like, this is pretty interesting. That's really, really cool. Like, in the last one, too, minus 10k is a lot, actually. Early game, anyway. Even late game, it's still pretty good. But it just turns into a board clear. Or a board wiper, I guess. Not really a board clear. Neither, but just card destruction. One drop Vegeta. When you play this card, look at the top 3 cards in your deck. Choose up to one Veku or a red Goku card among them and add it to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Then at the end of the turn, return this card to its owner's hand. Same thing. Trunks here. At the end of the battle, if you combo with this card from your hand during your opponent's turn, if your leader card is red, play it in rest mode. Oh, he's one of those cards. We haven't had a lot of those in a while. We have not had a lot of those in a while. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and it gets minus 5k. That's interesting. So he's a 1-cost 5k instead of a 10k. He's also 5k weaker, but he also debuffs the opponent by 5k. So I'm guessing that every color is going to get a card like this because we haven't really had these since like set 1 and 2. I mean, there was like a Gotenks that came out in the Ultimate box, but he was very, very gimmicky. And then there was another one in like the Tournament of Power, but these are not very common to combo into play cards. Leader is red. At the end of the battle in which you combo with this card from your hand during your opponent's turn. Yeah, so it also has to be during your opponent's turn. The old ones don't have to be. But I mean, whatever. That's really, really cool to be able to play another card. Bulma from the sidelines. When you play this card, if there is a sand card in your battle area, draw 2 cards. Oh. Then choose 2 cards from your hands and place them. I was going to say, this is the what? Draw 2. But then you choose 2. See, like, the front side of this leader that they want you to play draws a lot, so it's not a big deal. There's a lot of plussing and minusing because especially when you look at these other Goku and Vegetas, they come into play and then they go into your hand. Like, it's weird, right? Oh, there's a Veku. So, like, stuff like that. It kind of, it's a +2, -3, but you filter out. This is a lot of filtering. Interesting. Technically not a I mean, from your hand anyway, but you still keep the Bulma as a 5k combo and a turn 1 play, so I guess. But you technically need another Saiyan in play, so you'd probably be best off comboing this Trunks turn 1 and then turn 2 playing the Bulma. I guess that works. So good news is there's no life requirement on the Trunks. Veku, contents under pressure. That's hilarious. You need fusion for no energy. This card can attack battle cards that are inactive. Oh my gosh, Veku, please. When you play this card, you can't play Veku contents under pressure for the duration of the turn. That means he's going to be really good. Place this card in its owner's drop area. If your leader card is a red Saiyan card, choose up to 1 red Son Goku, 1 red Vegeta from your drop and add them to your hand. Wow, you can just get back whatever card you want. You just play them and you get back whatever you want. Wow, that's cool. Wow, I wish that they had, and they might wind up having it, but like this type of stuff would be so disgustingly good with the starter deck exclusive Goku and Vegetas, the one that untaps, the one that draws one. Wow. That's why they're heavily like doing things like adding BR, making it stick to red only. Like they're really trying to force you to run specific packages, which is cool by me. It's just interesting. When you play this card, you can't play Veku the Fragile for the duration of the turn. Place this card in its owner's drop. If your leader card is a red Saiyan card, choose up to 1 red Son Goku and 1 Vegeta from your drop and add them to your hand. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and it gets minus 10k. Okay, it doesn't ignore barrier, but so I'd pretty much rather run Veku. But this is still really good. I don't know what the ratios I'd run would be, though. I don't know if it'd be 4 and 4. Probably not. Probably 2 and 2. Something like that. We'll see. Maybe even 4 Veku and no frail Veku. I don't know. Gogeta Unparalleled Fusion Warrior. Wow. Okay. So Union Fusion for 4 energy. You also draw 2 cards, so those 2 cards replace themselves, but it's still technically a -3 from hand, but you get a powerful battle card, right? You can't play this card from any area unless your leader card is a Saiyan card, and it is red and no other color. That is interesting. Okay, so they are adding no other color. Are they doing dual color leaders? I think they're doing dual color leaders. Because there's no reason to have this. That is interesting. This card can't be KO'd and can attack battle cards that are inactive. Can't be KO'd. Okay. And he's double strike. Turn 4 play. When this card attacks a battle card, switch it to active once per turn. So he swings twice. It has to be a battle card, though. That's a very, very good line in here. Because he would have put too much pressure if he just got to restand like the other cards do. Like the Prince Vegeta, whatever, the Jiren and stuff like that. That card is interesting. Piccolo, Vanilla, Frieza. Okay, so now we have some more Frieza army stuff. Frieza the Finisher, double strike. If there are 5 or more red extra cards in your drop area, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1. Okay. If there are 5 more extra cards, interesting. If there are 10 or more red extra cards in your drop area, wow, what do they want you to do? Reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by an additional 1. It becomes a 5-drop if you've played 10 extra cards. Why would you play 10 extras? Red ones at that. When you play, they don't want you running dual color decks at all, it seems, with this stuff. By the way, when you play this card, if your leader card is a red Frieza's Army card, choose all battle cards of 25,000 or less, other than this card, ignoring barrier and KO them. Wow, talk about board wipe. Okay. Very good card. 25k double strike, too. Very late game card, though. That's why the 10 extras are in there. Otherwise, he's a 7-drop. And I think that, and he's a 5k combo, which is amazing. Not being a dead 10k is amazing. That's the best thing about this card, actually, because he's such a late drop. I'm guessing these cards manipulate extra cards, but other than that, I mean, this card is a really, really good just red card in general, which is why they added if your leader's a Frieza's Army, because I would just play that in red decks. I'm not even gonna lie to you. As a turn 7, if we get there, I'd side it. If we get there, I'm putting it in the deck. Berry Blue, the Negotiator. When you play this card, if your leader card is a red Frieza's Army card, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards with 25,000 power or less, ignoring barrier, and gain. Okay, I'm just gonna move on from that. Okay, gain control of it. Good news is it's a 5-drop. What the heck? Oh man. This one's a 10k. The other one isn't. Okay. When you combo this card, oh, that's why. When you combo this card, if your leader card is red, you may choose 2 cards from your hand and shuffle them into your deck, and then draw 2 cards. Wow, this is a really good card. Wow, this is one of the best cards here. This card is like amazing in the Gogeta deck, just because of the filter. Like, it's still one of those situations where you're expending 3 cards. You play 1. Well, technically, you combo 1 out of your hand, so it goes to the drop. The other 2 go to your deck, and you only replace those 3 cards with 2, which I've pointed out on several occasions. But the potential for this is insanely high. Insanely high. Like, if other colors get stuff like this, it's going to be busted. Like blue, that's crazy. Loyal Kikono. When you combo this card, if your leader card is red Frieza's Army, choose up to 1 red extra card and drop and add it to your hand. Another 10k combo, though. When you play or combo with this card, if your leader card is a red Frieza's Army card, you may choose 1 card from your hand and place it in your drop. It's a good thing the Kikono from the feature rare is red, too, by the way. That's a very good thing. You may choose one card from your hand and place it in drop. If you do, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and it gets minus 5,000 for the turn. And discard a card. I don't know if I like it. Okay, so there's a handful of extras here. So live to fight another day. 3 costs, energy. Activate main. If your leader card is a red Frieza's Army card and your opponent has 3 or more energy, draw 1 card. And for the duration of your opponent's next turn, your opponent can't play battle cards with 20,000 power or less. Wow. Unless they choose 3 cards in the hand and place them in the drop. Okay, now I understand a little bit. Well, no, this is a turn 3 play, though. I still get it a little bit more. Draw 1 card, and for the duration of your opponent's next turn, your opponent can't choose. This is good, though. Late game. They can't play specific things. This is a good card. I was trying to say, I get why they're doing the turn 1-2 thing with the Frieza. He's basically dead for the first couple of turns. Look at the top 7 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 2 red Frieza Army cards with energy cost of 4 or more among them and add them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. That's a really good card, especially when you consider the cards that came out in Clash of Fates. They should synergize pretty well with them. If your leader card is red, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with 20k or less and KO it. So 20k free board removal in any red leader deck. I'll take it. That's a good card. I'll take it. Counterattack. So if your leader card is red, so no like Gogeta specific, negate the attack. Then you may choose 1 red card from your hand and place it in the drop area. If you do, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, and they get minus 15 for the turn. Oh, man. Red negates are so good now. This and After Image is insane. So much debuffing. You could just get stuff off of the board, man. This is a good negate. I don't really want to do the -2 thing from the hand, but your opponent could potentially lose 2 battle cards. That's a really good negate for 1 energy. I'll take it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that subscribe if you happen to be new for more content here on the Dragon Ball Super Card Game. Have an awesome day, everyone, and I'll catch all of you in the next one.